let's see the complete game that we are going to be building in this series. This is the first screen, home screen you can say. You can hear the background music playing, a link for privacy policy, Santa image, game title and a green play now button. You can also see an AdMob banner ad has been loaded at the bottom of the screen. Click the big green play now button. In this game activity class, a game view object has been loaded along with an add view object, informing the player of this game to tap anywhere on the screen to start playing. Now just keep tapping on the screen to jump and dodge any obstacles heading towards Santa. Observe that the background image, path and obstacles are moving in different speed. That's what we did programmatically to give it a more realistic effect. On hitting an obstacle, the game is over and game over activity is launched, where your points and personal best, that is the highest score, is being displayed. From there, you can either restart the game or exit from it. Cool, right? It's cooler than that, since you can show both banner and interstitial ads in game over screen, meaning you can start earning some dollars right off the bat. Let's get started. If you want to master Android apps and games development, then click subscribe and the bell icon, and let's do this together. Open Android Studio. I am using Android Studio version Arctic Fox. Click New Project. Next, write the project name. You can give the package name. Select the save location. For language, I am selecting Java. And for minimum SDK, I am selecting API 21 Android 5.0 Lollipop. Click Finish. Let me open the graphic resources folder to show you all the images that I am going to use in this project. I will copy all the images and paste inside drawable-v24 folder under RES. Go to activity_main.xml and first I will change the constant layout to linear layout. Add background, gravity and orientation attribute values to root linear layout. I will delete the attribute values for this default text view. Add Android:autolink equals to within double quotes web. Mean height equals to within double quotes 32 dp. For text, I will come back to this later. And for text color, add Android:color/white. Go to values, strings.xml, duplicate the first string by pressing Ctrl D, name it tb_privacy_policy_main, and for value write privacy policy : and provide a link where your privacy policy file will be hosted. I will also add few more strings for app ID, banner add unit ID, interstitial add unit ID, etc. Go to activity_main.xml and refer the string. Add a filler view since we want to show the privacy policy on top of the screen. Add an image view to show the graphic containing Santa Claus and the text Super Santa Run. So it basically becomes the title of the screen. Next, add an image button for play. Once this button is pressed, the game should start. I will attach onClick listener for this button in mainActivity.java. We need another filler view to push the banner ad at the bottom of the screen. This is our add view tag that we will be using in activity_main.xml. You can press Ctrl+Alt+L to format the code or define your own shortcut key for source code formatting. Go to module level build.gradle file and add dependency for AdMob. Check the design. Open Android manifest.xml and add internet permission. Add metadata for application ID before the activity tag. Set screen orientation to landscape for main activity. For config changes, write orientation, pipe, keyboard hidden, pipe, screen size. Open main activity and declare a static media player object reference in class scope. Declare an image button object reference and a private add view object reference. In onCreate, call mobileAds.initialize method and override onInitializationComplete method in it. You typically need to put this code in your launcher activity just once, in our case, main activity. Get the handle for add_view. Instantiate add_request_object. Call loadAdd on add_view with the add_request_object. This will load the banner ad in main activity. Just delete this parenthesis. Next, we need to instantiate the media player static object. For context, pass this. You need to create a directory named raw under res and copy your audio resources in that directory. And pass the resource ID for background music in create method. If the media player object is not null, set its looping to true and start the music. Next, let's create a class called app_constants that contains some important static variables and objects responsible for initializing them and returning them from this class. Once we go through the project, you will understand each of these variables and objects more clearly and how they are connected. But for now, follow the instructions. Define a static method called initialization that takes a context as parameter. This context we will receive from main activity when we will call app_constants.initialization method from main activity and pass application context. From this method, call setScreenSize and pass context as parameter. This basically initializes screen_width and screen_height variables with device width and height. Next, store the received context in gameActivity context. Instantiate bitmap bank. Call setGameConstants that initializes gravity, velocity, _when, _jumped, etc. Instantiate GameEngine object. Define a static method setScreenSize that takes context as parameter. It computes the device screen width and height and stores in screen_width and screen_height variables. Define a static method setGameConstants that initializes some static variables related to the game. Also define two static getter methods for getting bitmap bank and game engine. Go to main activity and call initialization static method of appConstants class and pass this .getApplicationContext as parameter. Get the handle for IBStartGame by calling findViewById method and passing the ID of the button. Attach onClick listener on IBStartGame. Press Alt Enter on red squiggly line and select onClick. In onClick, create an intent object to launch GameActivity, which is another activity containing the surface view object and where the game will actually be played. Call startActivity with the intent object and finish main activity. Override back button pressed. If media player object is not null, call stop to stop playing the music. It's good practice to call release when the media player object is no longer being used, so that the resources associated with the media player object can be released immediately. On the safe side, you can also assign null in media player. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next lecture.